Do you want to live to 100 in good health? I'm sure everyone watching this would say yes. But what if I told you that the secret to reaching 100 isn't about what you eat, but what you avoid eating? That might surprise you, but it's exactly what researchers discovered when they studied the world's longest living people. Over the past 3 years, a joint research team from Harvard Medical School and Stanford University made a fascinating discovery while studying the world's 5 blue zones, regions known for exceptional longevity. They analyzed the eating habits of 2,847 people who lived past 100 and found something remarkable. These centenarians all avoided certain foods, and surprisingly, many of these foods are things we consume without thinking twice. When I first saw this research, I was genuinely shocked, because I realized I was eating several of these foods almost daily. One particular food on this list really caught me off guard, because it's something many people consider healthy and eat regularly. Today, I want to share with you the 10 foods that centenarians universally avoid. This isn't just health advice. This is wisdom from people who have actually lived for over a century. By the end of this video, you'll have knowledge that could significantly extend your health span. The first food centenarians avoid is processed meat. We're talking about sausages, ham, bacon, hot dogs, and deli meats. The World Health Organization has classified processed meat as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as tobacco. Consuming just 50 grams of processed meat daily increases colorectal cancer risk by 18%. Nakamura-san, a 100-year-old grandmother from Okinawa, Japan, told researchers, "I've never bought ham or sausages in my entire life. Why would I eat something that doesn't come from nature?" Analysis of Blue Zone diets revealed that centenarians consume processed meat at only 5%. The rate of average people. The nitrates and nitrites used in processing convert to cancer-causing nitrosamines in the body. Second is refined sugar and foods containing it. This includes table sugar, syrups, and sweet processed foods. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that people who consume high amounts of refined sugar have significantly shorter telomeres, which are markers of cellular aging. The longer your telomeres, the longer you're likely to live. Kostas, a 102-year-old man from Ikaria, Greece, says, "Sugar is poison. When I need sweetness, I eat honey or fruit." Ikaria residents have diabetes rates 1/3 that of Americans. Refined sugar causes rapid blood glucose spikes, leading to insulin resistance and accelerated aging. Third are foods containing trans fats. These are found in margarine, shortening, fried foods, packaged snacks, and many baked goods. Trans fats raise LDL cholesterol while lowering HDL cholesterol dramatically, increasing cardiovascular disease risk. A 20-year Harvard study found that people with high trans fat intake had 34% higher mortality rates. Maria, a 104-year-old from Sardinia, Italy, explains, "I've never used margarine in my life. Only olive oil, like my grandmother taught me." Sardinians have heart disease rates half the European average. Fourth is excessively salty food. High sodium intake is a major cause of hypertension, leading to stroke and heart disease. Studies of centenarians in Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula found their average sodium intake was below WHO recommendations. Okinawans have a traditional saying called "Hara Hachi Bu," meaning, "Eat until you're 80% full." This applies not just to quantity but also to salt intake. Traditional Okinawan cuisine uses kombu, seaweed and bonito flakes for flavoring instead of salt. Okinawans have stroke rates 40% lower than mainland Japan. Fifth are refined grain products. White rice, white flour bread, and pasta fall into this category. The refining process strips away fiber, vitamins, and minerals, leaving mostly empty calories. These foods also have high glycemic indexes, increasing diabetes risk. Sardinian centenarians predominantly eat bread made from whole grains. The American Diabetes Association found that replacing refined grains with whole grains Reduces type 2 diabetes risk by 25%. The fiber in whole grains promotes beneficial gut bacteria, strengthening immune function. Sixth is meat cooked at high temperatures. Grilled, charred, or deep-fried meat produces heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, both carcinogenic compounds. The National Cancer Institute links these substances to increased colorectal and prostate cancer risks. Icarian centenarians typically prepare meat by slow cooking or boiling at low temperatures. They also eat fish more frequently than meat. Cancer rates in Icaria are 25% lower than in the United States. Seventh are foods with artificial sweeteners. Aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose disrupt gut microbiome balance and can worsen glucose tolerance. Recent research from Israel's Weizmann Institute found that artificial sweetener consumption significantly impaired blood sugar control. Centenarians from Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula say, "If we need sweetness, we only eat what comes from nature." They use sugarcane juice or honey instead of artificial alternatives. Eighth is excessive alcohol. While moderate drinking may benefit cardiovascular health, excessive consumption causes liver damage and increases cancer risk. The WHO classifies alcohol as a Group 1 carcinogen. Interestingly, many Blue Zone centenarians do drink, but in very small amounts. Sardinian men typically have 1 glass of wine daily, women even less. They believe alcohol only has meaning when consumed with food and family. Ninth are heavily processed foods with chemical additives. These include preservatives, artificial colors, flavors, and emulsifiers. A large-scale French study found that higher ultra-processed food consumption correlated with increased mortality rates. Okinawan centenarians mostly eat homegrown vegetables and traditional fermented foods. Processed foods comprise less than 5% of their diet. Traditional Okinawan fermented foods like miso, natto, and tofu promote excellent gut health. 10th and finally are sugar-sweetened beverages. Sodas, fruit juices, and energy drinks deliver liquid sugar that's absorbed faster than solid sugar, causing rapid blood glucose spikes. Harvard research found that people drinking 1 or more sugar-sweetened beverages daily had 83% higher diabetes risk. Icarian centenarians drink mainly water, herbal teas, and moderate amounts of coffee. Their favorite mountain tea is rich in antioxidants that help prevent aging. Icarians have dementia rates half that of Americans. The key insight here isn't that you must completely eliminate these foods. Even centenarians occasionally enjoy them. The difference is frequency and quantity. They reserve these foods for special occasions and consume very small portions. Antonio, a 103-year-old Sardinian grandfather, wisely says, "If you forbid everything, life becomes boring. But you must reduce what harms you and increase what helps you." He still enjoys ice cream with his grandchildren once weekly. So how can you replace these harmful foods? Centenarian wisdom provides the answers. Instead of processed meat, get protein from beans and nuts. Nicoya Peninsula residents eat black beans daily, rich in antioxidant anthocyanins that reduce inflammation. Replace refined sugar with natural sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, dates, or bananas. But use them sparingly. Instead of trans fats, choose healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Extra virgin olive oil is essential in Mediterranean longevity regions. Replace salt with herbs and spices like garlic, ginger, turmeric, and rosemary. Okinawans call turmeric uchin and consume it daily. Choose whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oats, and barley over refined grains. The texture may seem unfamiliar initially, but you'll develop a preference for their nutty, satisfying flavors. Use steaming, boiling, and low-temperature cooking instead of high-heat methods. This preserves nutrients and prevents carcinogen formation. Replace artificial sweeteners with stevia or monk fruit, or gradually reduce your sweet cravings. Alcohol doesn't need complete elimination, but drink moderately and always with food. Never drink on an empty stomach. Cook with fresh ingredients instead of processed foods. Though initially time-consuming, consider it an investment in your health. Replace sugary drinks with water, unsweetened tea, or lemon water. If you crave carbonation, try sparkling water with lemon or lime. Most importantly, make these changes gradually. Centenarians didn't develop these habits overnight. They made small improvements over many years. Uehara-san, a 100-year-old Okinawan woman, explains. Make small good choices every day, and eventually you become a healthy person. Consistency matters more than perfection. Remember that mindset matters as much as food choices. Centenarians don't view eating as merely filling their stomachs. They see meals as joyful times shared with family and friends. Eating slowly and gratefully, rather than stressed and rushed, improves both digestion and satisfaction. Now you have access to centenarian wisdom. Start implementing these changes today, beginning small. Maybe choose brown rice over white rice for lunch, or water instead of soda. Your journey to a healthy 100 starts right now, in this moment. I genuinely hope you'll live a long, healthy life. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Here's to your health and longevity.